St. Louis 2025. The American Cup isn't built for dominance. It's a test of survival. Short matches, rapid tiebreaks, no time to settle in. For Hikaru Nakamura, it arrives at a complicated moment. He believes he can win, but he also understands how quickly that belief can shift.
Yeah, so I think for me, it's somewhat unpredictable. I haven't played a lot of classical chess recently. I know I did win 2 years ago, but a lot can change. And I think if I look at the field here, Fabiano very specifically, where I think his level has probably remained the same or maybe gotten a little bit better in a sense. So I think a lot has changed in 2 years. That being said, I think that I have as good a chance as anybody does.
This isn't the confidence of someone expecting to dominate. It's the belief that the opportunity is there.
Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to a lot of critical moments where I need to be more conservative, moments where I need to take chances. And I think whether I make the right decisions in those moments is going to play a big role in terms of whether I can win this event again.
That becomes the story of his tournament, before a single game is even played. Because beneath the preparation, there is something harder to control: motivation.
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly you have to find the motivation. When you just play classical over and over again, it's very, very difficult. You lose the excitement. Of course, you end up preparing the same openings over and over again.
At the highest level, the struggle goes beyond your opponent. It's repetition, fatigue, your own mindset.
I think the fact that I don't play that frequently, it makes the game feel a lot fresher. I think because of that, it has helped my chess quite a bit. But still, my schedule in terms of whether I try to qualify for the candidates, a lot of that will hinge on how I perform in this event.
This tournament carries weight. The trophy matters, but so does everything that follows it. The first match begins. Across the board, a rising player, a new generation.
So I think playing against Mishra, it'll be quite different. He's one of the juniors who's been on the rise. It'll be interesting. I think that certainly experience should play a role. Also, it's more fun playing against people like Mishra or the juniors versus, say, a Fabian or Levon, who, I mean, I suspect against both of them, I probably played at least between all the formats, 200 games, at least, maybe even 250.
There is curiosity, even excitement. But what follows is anything but comfortable.
So the 2025 American Cup was very strange in some ways, because at the start of the event, I obtained what I would say is a winning position at the professional level. Whether you want to call it being rusty or just not being super sharp towards the end of those games, I made some mistakes and they both ended in draws.
The positions are winning. The results say otherwise. And suddenly, the tournament shifts. Tie breaks. Chaos.
And in the tiebreak, I actually lost the first blitz game, and I had my back to the wall. In the second one, I think I was also losing in that game. And then Mishra made a mistake. I was able to complicate it just enough to where he made a blunder, and then I won the blitz game, and then I won the following tiebreak as well.
Control slips away. Survival takes over. A tournament already slipping before it truly begins. And yet something holds. It isn't perfection, it's resilience.
And from there, it was kind of like smooth sailing. So like the first match was very, very, very shaky. But then against Dominguez, I won in the classical. And then I think against Fabi, I won the tiebreaker. And then the reset, I just won in the classical portion.
The chaos fades. The rhythm returns. And with it, something deeper than preparation. Understanding.
I think that when you compete against the same players over many, many years, you really get used to their style. It's more that you have to understand where you're at and where they're at.
At this level, everyone knows the moves. The difference comes from something harder to see.
I think understanding that from a psychological standpoint is far more important. You know, if you understand where someone's at, I think it gives you a little bit of an edge to try and understand what they're gonna do. And if you can guess correctly, of course, it can sometimes pay very big dividends.
And in this tournament, Nakamura begins to find that edge. But even then, nothing is simple. Because chess at this level isn't just about strength. It's also about time, decline, uncertainty.
You can kind of, I think, fall off very suddenly and for no apparent reason. And so for myself, I think that when I look at my classical, it's been very, very solid. I think my rapid and blitz, at least in recent times, have not been very good. So I think for me, the big thing is going to be to go after in classical. I don't think I'll be making quick draws.
And that choice carries weight. In a tournament full of draws, one win can change everything. As the rounds progress, the field narrows. Familiar opponents return. Old rivalries resurface. But this time, something has shifted. Because for Nakamura, the game itself feels different.
Well, I mean, I think the pandemic saved my chess career. I don't think there's any other way of putting it, really. Finding success in streaming, that really changed everything for me. And I think I was able to enjoy the game. And I think a lot of the players near the top, they don't enjoy the game. Finding the positivity, finding the joy in the game is really critical, almost in a way more than the actual level of play.
That perspective stays with him. Through every tense position, every missed chance, every recovery, the grand finals arrive. Across the board, Fabiano Caruana. The standard, the rival, the test. The games are close, often decided in fleeting moments rather than sustained brilliance. And Nakamura understands that better than anyone, because he has already lived those moments in this tournament. The missed wins, the near elimination, the recovery, and now one final test. At the end, there is no dramatic finish, just a quiet realization. Once again, he has done enough.
So I think in the 2025 American Cup, I'm most proud of my ability to sort of just bounce back from the shaky first match and play a very, very good classical game with the black pieces against Dominguez, and then against Fabiano to play a really good game with the white pieces in the final match.
Perfection was never the goal. The difference came from how he responded.
I think it was my ability to bounce back from that shaky match and then really just sort of figure out what I wasn't doing right, and it was a pretty smooth event from that point forward.
Because this is what defines Hikaru Nakamura in 2025. It isn't dominance. It isn't certainty. It's endurance. A player who nearly falls on the first round and still wins the tournament. A player who questions motivation and still finds clarity when it matters. A player who has seen every side of the game and continues to fight. In St. Louis, the margins were thin. The path was uncertain. The games were imperfect. But in the end, the result remains. Hikaru Nakamura wins the American Cup. Things didn't always go his way, but in the moments that mattered most, he understood exactly what was required.